Left-Wing Kingz. Listen, think, act, repeat.
Ron DeSantis trying to move on. He trying to move into the president's seat, man. He trying to leave Florida. Yeah, he need to handle his business in his own state first. He recently went to a vigil in Jacksonville for the victims of the shooting that happened there recently. And my man got booed off the podium. Okay, now the shooting was racially motivated. Jacksonville, the area that he was at, is majority African American community that he went to, and he couldn't even open his mouth without getting booed. So, what's going on there? Why did he get booed? Let's make sure everybody knows this.
Let's go ahead and let Ron know right now. You are not invited to the cookout, bro.
No card for you.
You can't come, bro. You know what I'm saying? God dang, Ron. You know what I'm saying? Ron, that boy. That dude, that's just the whole, you live in Florida. And one thing, Florida got a whole bunch of black people, and you go out of your way to alienate yourself from that constituency. You know what I'm saying? You go out your way to go after African American studies and things that are important to black people, black history. You go out your way to do that. Now, it's a sad case that happened in Jacksonville. Sad that there's an idiot out there that just woke up one day and decided to go shoot black people. He tried to go to a HBCU first. And saw that there was security and left. So not only is that, and I can't even say cowardice because what he's doing is stupid, but, he definitely wasn't brave enough to take that on. So then he goes and shoots innocent people that are just working and going to damn Dollar General, So as much as I want to say, like, for instance, with Ron, like, he ain't invited to the cookout or whatever, he's still governor. He still had to go.
Yes.
I guarantee you, Ron DeSantis probably, when that went down, was like, oh, shit. He got to show face. He already knew. Them sisters was going to be out there giving him that side-eye look.
They was, too.
And they was in unison, bro. Did anybody get the name of that senator? The one that, there's a senator out there.
There's a senator who said, she said something too.
The way she looked at that, bro, that dude, man, if looks could kill.
I know you got some quotes from it, right, man?
Yeah, so in NPR, they were saying his policies caused this. So a lot of people are angry because they say, you put the policies in place and now we're here and now you're going to come here and talk to me? No. So he said the shooting was totally unacceptable, saying we are not going to let people be targeted based on their race. Well, first of all, you loosen up the gun law, so you shouldn't have anybody be targeted, regardless of race, identity, none of it. Right. You should have just said that, but anyways. So some of the laws that he passed, he has a permitless carry. And that bill allows people to legally carry a firearm without training or a background check. Now, for what I understand, and you're a gun owner, that most of us, right, agree that we should at least do background checks, mental health checks. But now anybody can have a gun. Just go ahead and go and get one. Also, he cracked down on diversity initiatives. And the teaching, of course, like we talked about, Black history in public schools are concerns of woke indoctrination. So once again, when you're governing for all people, regardless of their identities, regardless of their sex, regardless of their race. And I think this man has forgotten that. I think he's targeted a specific audience and he's running with it. But he's forgot everybody else, and that's the point. When you're a public servant, you serve the people. And those people may not look like you. And that should be okay with you. And if it's not, you shouldn't be in that position.
100%.
Yeah, he says, he uses target. You put the target on the back, and not directly, indirectly, but you basically, we know the code word for woke, and we know when you directly when you're stirring an audience, when you go after direct things that affect a certain people,
right?
And there's a element out there that when you do that, you're going to excite them. And so, you indirectly kind of made it okay in Florida to like, all right, I'm passing all these laws against, woke and African American studies.
Right.
You telling a lunatic white supremacist that, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's okay. We don't need those.
Yep.
Let me help you.
Exactly. Or,
Yeah.
what's going to stop me?
Yeah.
Right.
Legislation is starting to flip my way. We all know the history of the South. we really don't have to do things to stir things up there. Some of those remnants are still there. You just got to know how to say the right things and do the right things to do it. So,
But some people don't know the history because what we're doing is he's suppressing the
trying
history.
to.
So now you got the
Yes.
younger ones who really don't understand what's happening. Like they're clueless, and that's a sad thing for them. So they don't understand the danger that they face every day because they're not aware.
A whole disregard, man, on what's going on. And it's almost, I can't say it's a blessing in disguise, but it's kind of like you reap what you sow when it comes to him. Like, all your form of politics, unfortunately, have repercussions, and looks like, now you got to walk into the blackest part of Florida.
Say sorry.
Because if you didn't go, we was going to talk about you.
Right.
You went and we going to talk about you. You know what I'm saying?
No win situation.
No win situation. And and I go back to talking about an elitist agenda, even when we were talking about the term limits and there's an elitist agenda with these guys that run up for office and go to Congress and do all of this, that they know that, hey, they're going to step into a whole new world to where for the rest of their life they're going to be taken care of.
Right.
Now, Ron DeSantis, here's the funny part about it. His parents were immigrants, Italian immigrants, and came over back in the 20s and 30s when that was big, when everybody loved immigration back then, and came over, and he's the offspring of that. I think he went to Princeton. You know what I'm saying?
Who's that?
Correct. I think DeSantis graduated from Princeton.
I'm not
I think
sure
he
where
did.
he
He did. He graduated from Princeton. So he comes from an Ivy League elitist format
Okay.
that's disconnected from the world, I think, a little bit sometimes.
Yep.
Right.
Once again, like you said, we were saying earlier, some of these people probably didn't see a black person in their whole life and just start dealing with them. So with that being said, he does things without understanding the black plight and the black struggle.
Right.
All right? You know what I'm saying? But now it's not also understanding when you do that, there's effects behind it. These are the effects behind it.
Right.
And now as a governor, you got to go sit out there and now pretend that you give a damn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And what
That's-
made me mad, he didn't have any comment. That's what made me even more mad. Like they try to, talk about it. How did you feel when you were booed? Why do you think this is happening? No comment. So to me, you don't care.
You don't care and you don't know. But ain't nothing new to us. We've been knowing that.
Right.
Yeah.
But
It just shows.
because he's running for president, he got to put the facade on now.
So here's the thing that confusing to me about that. I agree with everything you just said. And I agree with everything you just said because it's true. We talked about it earlier. How does he just not understand like the impact of what he's doing? Does he only see it from one perspective? Like you said, he comes from an elitist background. Maybe he doesn't understand what the impacts are to black people. At the same time, he got ears. Yeah. I'm pretty sure people are telling him, or he's hearing on the news or online or whatever, how, keeping our African American studies, or removing them, right, is detrimental to us, right? Because people don't know about our history, so we will make the same mistake. So whatever the case may be, he's made a lot of different laws in Florida that a lot of people, women don't like, minorities don't like, all types of things. He got ears, man. I know he's hearing it, but it makes me think, like you said, does he just not understand, the implications of, so this is the important part. Like you said, Florida, there's a lot of black folks out there. I've been to Orlando a few times, boy. It's full of black folks, okay?
A lot of black people.
Does he not understand, what the implications to his, his presidential run is, where black people are concerned? Does he not understand, where his standing is in Florida amongst black people or people of color? Does he not understand how this is impacting him?
Or maybe he doesn't care.
He doesn't care.
You could say, maybe, I'm thinking, honestly, there's a couple of people that, you just look at and you just observe. I don't think he cares. I really do. I really feel that. I feel like he, especially after that, the Jacksonville, and you didn't comment after that situation. Nah, you're just not interested.
Sometimes you don't
Maybe
comment
felt
because
that-
you don't know what to say.
Okay, you're right. You're right. But even on the last law, he banned colleges from using state and federal funding for diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. Why? I mean, just the things that he does. I'm like, who is this benefiting? Like, who are you helping, or who do you
White
want to help?
people.
You know, again, I think he has this not understanding that as a servant, you serve everyone. I'm not saying just do things for Black, because I don't want that either. You do things for everyone. That's a positive spin. You look out for everybody. You know, he has the don't say gay bill. He has the you can't use the pronouns that children. And I'm sorry, I'm in a school, and that's very impactful for people, but we're not going to get on that one.
I
You know,
don't understand the pronoun thing,
the death
like-
penalty. He won't let any of that. Guns, the abortion law. You know, he has a lot of things that impacted a lot of people that, I don't know, either he doesn't care or he doesn't understand people's plight.
And that's diverse. Like, think about it. Like, LGBTQ, women, and Black people. I mean, pretty much like
Well, when you think of diversity, it's people of color in general. So do understand if you.
well, I'm thinking
you know,
of diversity from
but
sex,
it's everybody,
color,
equity.
like all of that, like sexual preference. I'm thinking of diversity from that perspective,
Right.
like and it seems to me like he's trying to negatively impact those three groups.
Well, any group that doesn't
Yeah.
fit the norm. Is
What's
not,
the norm? A white man?
Well,
Pretty
you know,
white Anglo.
I mean, how?
Saxon, right?
Our country is supposed to be a melting pot. When did white man become the norm?
Yeah, I mean, but that's kind of been the norm.
That's been the norm.
That's
though.
the majority.
The majority.
that's
Well,
it.
you want to say whatever, but to
The
me,
norm is to cater to the majority.
Yes, it's to
and
cater to the majority.
Here's the thing, man. What Trumpism brought back, the need to satisfy what they call the base, and that's basically what DeSantis is doing. Like, hey, you know, there's this underlying base that Trump brought into power again. That basically all the things that you're talking about, that's important to him. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of white people out there, and let's look at it in perspective. Obama came and won the presidency,
and scared everybody.
and
Scared them.
and blackness and awareness and diversity and gay rights,
Right.
all that came into full play right now because of that presidency. Like that all came to
Right.
the forefront, and that was bought out. And Trumpism came in and said, no, let's figure out a way to, you know, we have people out here that are tired of hearing about gay rights, tired of hearing about, you know, Black people's plights and struggles. And we're going to cater to that. And then this idiot in the blackest state, one of the blackest states in the country, jumps on the agenda and makes it his number one platform. You know, all right, and you know, but he goes under the woke agenda.
Yeah.
But you know what's good that it says about our country is that a lot of people aren't on DeSantis' coattails, because that would be scary to see that people are like, oh,
they're still on Trump's.
I feel like that.
Yeah,
yeah, true.
That's the reason.
But you know what I'm
He's
saying?
just Trump Jr. I mean,
But
the reason.
it's a good feeling to say that most people do not feel that way anymore. You know, they thought it was beautiful that Obama now could have been president, because now you can tell everybody that anybody can be president. Because I know when I was younger, I didn't think anybody could be president. If you weren't a white male, I was just like, well, that will never be what I aspire to be, because that's just not in its existence. So now we have seen that anybody can be what they want to be with hard work, right? That's what the American dream is supposed to be. We work hard. And
Nah, but some people's
follow
American
along.
dream is that that's okay as long as you're white Anglo-Saxon Protestant male.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of people that believe that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that voted for Obama that believe that. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's not get it twisted. That's a lovely concept, but ever since Obama's been president, the fight's been to make sure that doesn't happen again.
or a woman.
Exactly.
Oh, I think they hate
Hillary
women
Clinton
more.
should
I
have
think
been
there'll be a
president.
man before
let's
again.
be
before
real.
there'll be a
Hillary
woman.
Clinton should have beat Obama.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Women hate. I didn't tell y'all that women hate other women.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like let's
It's
be real. If you
crazy.
line up
Right.
who Hillary Clinton was and who Obama
And
was,
her record and her experience.
It's sad.
she should have beat Obama. And I tell
Yep.
you what, if she probably would have beat him, we'd probably be in a better situation as a country. We know definitely if she'd have beat Trump, we'd be in a better situation as a country. So
Women are
as
scared of strong
Americans,
women.
yeah, what as Americans, what does that tell you? You know what I'm saying? there's never been a situation where you let the less qualified guy take the job and
Right.
he got better. Never once. You know what I'm
No.
saying?
It didn't
Till
happen
then.
twice
Yeah.
in a row.
Till then,
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
whole nother show about feminism and women
Let's
not
be
liking
real.
other women.
Hillary should have probably been president when Bill was president.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And the reason he got the presidency he did was because
Right.
she was in that with him.
Exactly.
We all know that.
Yeah. I tell them, I was like, why is a person out? Like, I hate that for women because women, like, if they're not likable, then they can't, doesn't mean they're not good at their job. I don't care if I didn't like
Name
her. I
a
don't talk
president
to
that
her.
you liked.
You know?
Except George W. Bush, because I kind of like Bush,
I like
even though he was a
he's dummy.
dumbass.
But he's funny.
But I would love to
Cute.
chill with him. You know what I'm saying?
Michelle
Like-
Obama, that's like her best friend. So we
Yeah, you know
probably
what
would have
I'm
gotten
saying?
along, you
Yeah.
know. But
other than that,
that's
I
what I
like
get.
a few
know.
presidents, but
I don't.
I like Barack Obama. I like Clinton.
Obama.
I mean,
I
I'm
like
just saying, but I don't think.
But I get
that's-
what you're saying.
but
yeah.
nobody's perfect.
Right. I get what you're saying.
I don't need a president that I like. I need a
I don't
president
think
that's
that does the job.
exactly.
Make
and
my
I
life
think that's why
better.
she was probably the best candidate for president.
Unfortunately, part of the people look
I
at
get
it that they like Trump.
Yeah.
It ain't because he's a businessman. That ain't got nothing to do. Brother, they in the debate, they made a comment. Pence made a comment about Ramaswamy, said we don't need a rookie in the White House. You worked for a rookie in the White House.
Yeah, what you talking
His
about?
first political job. What are you saying?
Help him get it.
Yes.
You helped him get it because that's the vice president's main
I'm
job
like,
is to help the president get the damn
you
job.
worked with a rookie in the White House, and
He's
you got
still
him
a
in there.
rookie.
But now we don't need a rookie in the White House.
Okay.
I mean, you got to look at the hypocrisy sometimes, man, with these people. But people liked Trump.
Yeah.
He was a
whatever
rookie.
reason.
He didn't have no experience, none. I would love the person with experience, like you said. Hillary should have whooped his behind. She had so much experience politically. It's crazy over him.
Yeah.
He wins. Why? They like him. He's a businessman.
He ain't
That
even
ain't
that.
why.
And
He's
here's
a
the bad
bad
part about it.
businessman.
Yeah.
I liked Trump back in the day, like when he was just an entertainer.
Yeah, when he was on TV.
I looked at The Apprentice. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I liked it.
Yeah.
And hip hop loved Trump back in the 90s.
Yep, he was in videos.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
ain't
He was
never
on.
liked
He was
him.
on Home Alone 3 or
No.
something like
Yeah.
that. I mean,
Saw through it. No.
Nah.
I
just
never
saying,
liked him.
when he was just the entertainment on
Yeah,
entertainment
he was
aspect.
cool.
I think it was two dimensional. Like I didn't know all his dirt that was behind him and all
Right.
that. It was just he was just another entertainer.
He's funny.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So, I like Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis was
I didn't. Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? But
Like, we like
don't-
Mel Gibson till he
we
had
don't-
all the Nazi
We don't
stuff.
agree. Yeah, we don't agree politically at all. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm just saying. So Trump was just another two-dimensional celebrity. Then.
Yeah.
When he
Right.
became president and started doing his craziness,
Yeah.
that's
but
what.
we kind of like got onto the Trump train because we were talking about like DeSantis and kind of
Yeah.
like how he's a mini Trump. What he doesn't recognize is that he's throwing all his cards on the table to do Trump things
Yeah.
in a state that is a black state, Florida. And he is having negative impacts to his own people because he's like, well, this is the only place that I can do affirmative action in my state because I'm the governor. I can do don't say gay in my state because I'm the governor. And these will be things, if I do these things, I will show all the Trump fans
It's what I plan
that
to do. Right.
yes, this is what my agenda is. And I want to do the things that the Trump base wants. And I can do it now. So if I do it now here, they'll vote for me because he might go to jail. And if he goes to jail and they don't vote for him, I'm the second choice. So he's trying to be Trump Jr. That's all he's trying to do. But it's a no-win situation for him. All in all, going to this Jacksonville thing, talking in front of these black folks, you should have known better. But like you said, he couldn't not go because then they would have talked worse about him.
Yeah.
Like, you ain't gonna go. Blah, blah, blah. Now he's talking about not going to meet the president when the president comes there to talk about the hurricane. I'm like, bro, what? This is the man who can help you get additional funding for the people in your state.
Well, he's gonna
You
do
need to
that anyway.
convince him
Yeah.
that you need this extra money. Biden gonna give him the money, regardless of whether he shows up or not. But it's a show of faith. It's good faith to go out there and talk to him and let him know what your state's going through as the governor. But he ain't gonna do that.
But nobody wants their country where we don't talk to each other. That is the problem now, that we don't talk to. Just because I have a different perspective from you doesn't mean that we can't sit down and have a conversation and try to,
bipartisanism anymore. If I can get it out of my mouth.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like
And that's what's so disgusting about
like
politics.
I mean, and you guys are married. Y'all don't get along all the time. do
Yes,
you?
we do.
No, we don't.
All right,
I tell him what to do, and he just
Are y'all getting along now? Don't bring
Yes,
out
we
shit.
do.
Don't bring out shit to the show. Don't bring out shit to the
Yes,
show.
we
man.
do.
He'll be like, and I'm announcing this motherfucker right here. Well, you know, bring out shit to the show, man. No, but basically, my point is, y'all don't get along all the time,
Right. We don't agree on everything.
but your mortgage still get paid. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though I don't care how much y'all hate each other, y'all got to come together sometime.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, maybe a hurricane is the time they got to come together and make this happen. You know what I'm
Probably.
saying? Like, when you gonna stop playing politics, man?
Yeah. When is it about the people?
Because
really?
at the end of the day, it's some people in Florida and
They're
Georgia
hurting.
or whatever case that they need something, and they ain't got time to play politics with.
Right.
it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, who's the person out there that's saying, "Hey, man, yeah, don't go see Biden,"
Yeah.
even though
rooting for that?
a hurricane just went through and tore up half of Georgia? But hey, man, you didn't go see Biden.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, who's that superficial that's
Yeah. You went and talked to the president. How
man.
dare you?
I mean, man, you needed like $2 billion, man, to fix your thing. But
Never mind.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know. I don't understand.
and that's the thing. Like, sooner or later, you and sometimes politicians, you just got to stop playing politics.
But he's once again, that's something Trump would do.
Yeah.
Trump
Yes.
would not
Be
go talk to
disrespectful.
some exactly. And this is what what's his name? DeSantis is trying to emulate. He thinks he can get his base by acting just like him.
How can
Yeah.
a person, I'm sorry, like if you understand what character means, I don't understand how you like these people. I don't. Like if you say I'm a person of good character, what does that look like to you?
Yeah.
Please explain to me. Give me the adjectives. Because I'm sorry, you would not see DeSantis, nor would you see Trump in there. That you don't want your
Nope.
kids to grow up to be like either one of them. Stop it.
No.
Stop.
We back the thin blue line.
Yeah.
Go attack the Capitol Police though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Try
Like-
to kill him. You know, it's okay.
A hypocrite.
yeah,
man.
it's just
It's sad.
And it's the blind faithness.
Right.
Just
Yeah.
like he can do no wrong. Like, what are you talking about? All he's done is wrong.
Wrong.
You know what I'm saying?
But
Like,
they see it. This is the thing is not, we're not saying that he has, we think he did this. Like these are things he has said
yeah.
on TV
Yes.
to you and wrote to you. I mean, these are things that comes out of his mouth, not my mouth. Like he says those. And I don't know, did they not hear it or what's happening?
Well, I mean,
I'm lost.
hey, let me come out with my own Twitter.
Yeah.
Let me come up with my own newscast.
So I can control
Don't listen
the
to that
narrative.
over there.
Yep.
Just listen to what I'm saying over here, because what I'm saying is the truth. What they
That's
said
called
over there
propaganda.
that's called propaganda.
And they talk about sheep. Well,
Yeah, you're
that's
gonna
a little
cre-
sheepish.
You're gonna create your own controlled media.
because you don't like what everybody else says.
You know who else got controlled media? North Korea,
Yep.
Yes.
Russia.
And that like that whole communism when they be saying you commie and stuff and
That's
what
what
they
it
do.
is.
But those are his
I'm just asking,
homeboys.
Yeah.
like,
He
and then what
he
happens?
loves them, and he's like, man, I wish I could do what y'all do, and that's what he's trying to
Yeah,
do.
North
Create his
Korea,
own little like,
Okay.
Russia.
I'm just wondering. I was like, I think I'm missing something.
Is
I
if you
see
go
a
to
pattern.
Russia and ask like a Russian about the Ukraine war, they think that we initiated, and they think that he's running out like thieves and criminals and stuff like that. That's their
Because that's how they push. That's the narrative that they.
That's the narrative that they push. And Putin is the savior over there.
Wow.
Riding horses with shirts off and all that craziness.
Yeah.
And he's running them all off. That's the way that it's over. It's
Right.
done over there. So,
Yeah.
guys, that's what we're headed for. If CNN is gone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're gonna be looking.
It'll
at,
be scary.
We're gonna be looking at Newsmax. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And what's,
Away
the name,
in.
and what's the name of the damn Twitter thing he got that is his own?
Oh, he has his
Social,
own.
some
Social,
True
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 social.
social.
True
Lies.
social. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know that. I was like, they kept saying, I said, what the hell is this True
I didn't know what that
Social?
was either until I was like, oh, he has his
Lies.
Oh,
own.
they got a whole nother Twitter. He's went and made his own Twitter.
He did.
his own show.
Got his own shit, man.
Wow.
But hey, at the end of the day, I know that DeSantis is trying every trick in the book, man. he's trying to do everything he can to just kind of create a narrative that he is the Republican savior after Trump, because he won't say nothing bad about Trump. He all on his coattails, but he's waiting to try to kind of catch the ball if it gets dropped. You know what I'm saying? So he's doing all the things to set himself up for success. This was a no-win situation for him. I think if he played it back in his head, and they asked him to do it again, he probably wouldn't have went. He probably, if he knew that he was gonna get booed, he probably wouldn't have went. Just to save his little feelings. Yeah, he would have got out of it. He wouldn't have went.
Like if the debate was that day, he would, hey man, I gotta go to the debate.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm in
He would
Korea.
have found a way.
I'm in Korea.
Not to go. Yeah, I'm in Korea talking to my homeboy.
Yeah.
You know, he would have found a way out of it if he could have. But it was a no-win situation. I mean, look at back. He would have got a backlash for not going and talking to them, but it probably wouldn't have been as bad as what he got when he went there getting booed and all them comments that they hit his ass with and them ladies, you know, talking to him. That was probably worse than him not going. Okay, so
temperature check.
I know he wanted to get the hell out of there.
Yeah,
like,
that was a hot spot.
He was probably like, man, let's go.
Yeah, let's get on. I'm done talking. Yeah, he wouldn't have had none of that, man.